Here we are talking about the issues before us in this rule, the MILCON VA funding and the International Criminal Court. It's just a quick moment on MILCON VA funding. All I would note is that this legislation that we put forward, we've done so in good faith to increase spending for veterans. Yes, increase spending for veterans because it is higher than that which has been put forward by the president in the president's budget. And it is also in aggregate, the total amount of spending that we're spending on veterans when you factor in mandatory spending and discretionary spending will be greater under our spending than would be last year. Yes, we were trying to figure out how to do this in a fiscally responsible manner. We believe we've done that, and we put forward the policy initiatives that we believe are important to constrain the administration to ensure that we're not advancing a radical agenda through the executive branch's actions. The president has been aggressive in disagreeing with the United States Supreme Court and Congress and advancing a radical agenda, whether it's DEI or CRT or student loans. We believe it is our power of the purse in Congress to be able to constrain that. But the thing I want to most talk about here is the International Criminal Court. This is an issue that really shouldn't be partisan. I agree. I've had numerous conversations with my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, and they've been good conversations. They've been healthy conversations with leadership on both sides of the aisle. At stake right now is the critically important issue of ensuring that we protect America's interests. That's what's at stake right now with the International Criminal Court. It isn't just about Israel. In fact, it's not even specifically about Israel. This would be a permanent change, a change to the law to ensure that if the International Criminal Court targets Americans or targets our allies, that we would sanction the International Criminal Court. Now, let's be clear. This is an unprecedented action being taken by the International Criminal Court, seeking arrest warrants for the sitting Prime Minister and Minister of Defense of Israel. Say that out loud. That is what is happening by the International Criminal Court. Neither Israel nor the United States is a party to this organization. And yet this entity, the International Criminal Court, is trying to issue a warrant against the Prime Minister of Israel. There's been long-standing bipartisan concerns about the ICC's undermining of the United States sovereignty. Since the founding in 2002, every U.S. administration, both parties, has refused to join the court, fearing its politicization and misuse. On April 2nd, 2021, Secretary of State Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said, "We maintain our long-standing objection to the court's efforts to assert jurisdiction over personnel of non-states parties such as the United States and Israel." NSC spokesperson John Kirby said on April 30th, quote, "We don't believe the ICC has any jurisdiction here." Both the Biden and Trump administrations and over 330 members of Congress from both parties have rejected ICC investigation of the United States and Israel in the past. Last night in the Rules Committee, talking about the Democratic witness, do you believe the ICC should be able to target American servicemen? The answer was no. The fact here is, if you allow this to happen, you are opening the door. We need to make it crystal clear to our men and women in uniform that we will not tolerate the ICC going after them or our allies for simply performing their job. This is not unprecedented in the sense of the ICC has tried to investigate U.S. service members before, as the gentleman from Pennsylvania noted. But the reality here is this is pretty simple. This bill would sanction the ICC. Yes, it has teeth. Yes, it would cause some concerns and some pain for the members of the ICC. That's intentional. We want to make them think twice. And we modeled it after existing legislation. We use the CATSA model. This is not something new. We believe this is critically important. This country, the United States, should stand united and hold the ICC accountable. I yield back.